Hello and welcome, Wargamers. Luca here from MiniWarGaming.com, joined by my guest Griffin. We're playing 1,500 points Chaos Demons against Necrons on one of their tomb worlds as they are attempting to set up a Pariah Nexus extension.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
Taking a look at my demon forces today. This was a request by Griffin, and I'm always happy to play demons. I've never really played a combination of Slaanesh and Tzeentch before, so here we are. I don't know who my warlord is going to be yet, as I have a Keeper of Secrets with the Soul Stealer enhancement. I would have liked to run the Shining Aegis, and I realized that this is Shalaxi Hellbane, but I wanted to at least have the whip. This is the only model we have with a whip, so I'll be running Shalaxi Hellbane as a regular Keeper of Secrets with a whip, and that instead of the fancy sword they have, it is the spear, which is the Soul Stealer. I will have a Lord of Change as a second big character here, who will have the Staff of Sorcery and the Everstave as an enhancement. Now, when it comes to my Warlord, between the two of them, I'm going to deploy and then roll off to see which one will be the Warlord, because it'll be important for Warlord kill. You know, it could be either one, really. I don't know. Now, the safer pick is the Lord of Change, but the safe pick is the boring pick, as we all know. I will have one Transweaver in this list who will be joining a unit of 10 Demonettes, and then I'll have an additional unit of 10 Demonettes to go along with that first one. I'm trying to mirror each element of the army, as I have 2 units of 10 Pink Horrors as well. I just couldn't get a Herald of Tzeentch in the list. I didn't have the points. Running 2 units of Screamers to zip around the battlefield and accomplish objectives, hopefully. 1 unit of Fiends to... I'm not too sure what they're going to do. Maybe gum something up, do some damage here and there. They themselves are quite fast as well. So, I mean, I'm sure they'll have a purpose in this game. Otherwise, that's the list of demons at 1,500 points. Let's go take a look at Griffin's Necrons.
My name's Griffin, and I am playing the Awakened Dynasty today. I'm starting with the Catan Shard of the Nightbringer. It's the only Catan I have, but it's a fun one. I have an Overlord with the Overlord's Blade, a Resurrection Orb, and he will be my Warlord. I have another Overlord who will not be the Warlord, but he does have the Netherrealm Casket and a Void Scythe as well as a Resurrection Orb. I'm also bringing a Psychomancer, a Scorpek Lord with the Enagic Dermal Bond, and a Technomancer. For battle line, I have 20 Warriors with the Flayers, and another 10 Warriors with Reapers. I have 5 Death Marks, bringing 10 Lichguard today with the Sword and Shield, and I'm bringing a unit of 6 Scorpek Destroyers with their 2 Plasma Sights. For my own little bit of speed and zipping around, I have 3 Scarab Swarms just to annoy, and I am bringing a Locust Heavy Destroyer to round out that last 50 points.
Today's mission is Scorched Earth, which worked out perfectly, actually, for today's mission, because the demons are mad. The demons do not like the Pariah Nexus. The demons are here to prevent the Pariah Nexus, and they had no agents of their own to send, so they themselves had to show up. With Scorched Earth, we'll be playing that on a sweeping engagement deployment. We have 5 objectives, one directly in the middle, as you can see, 2 additional ones in no man's land flanking it, and then 1 in each player's territory or their deployment zone. This will be a Vanguard style deployment as we deploy along the long table edge across from one another, but at an angle, as you are well aware. With Scorched Earth, you will score 5 victory points for each objective you control, up to 10 per turn. That starts in the second battle round all the way to the end. Now, throughout the game, you can remove the objectives in no man's land and your opponent's deployment zone. In this case, the demons will be destroying the structures around the objectives as they rampage through the battlefield, and the Necrons will be securing those locations. You will score 5 victory points if you're able to get 1 of the objectives in no man's land, and 10 if you're able to get the one in the opponent's deployment zone. That'll add to your primary score, which you can get up to 50 points out of 100. And then the other 40 points will be coming from random secondary missions that both Griffin and I will be drawing, as we decided to play tactically this game, because that just makes for a better show. And lastly, there will be 10 points, or technically 9 points awarded for tertiary objectives, which I've been doing in my battle reports lately. Slay the Warlord, First Strike, and Line Breaker, bringing back a blast from the past. I've had a lot of positive feedback on this, so I will continue doing it. And with the tertiaries, that'll bring the total score up to 99 possible victory points. It's an arbitrary number because my D10s look weird when they show zeros as the main score. So 99 for the tertiary. And our mission rule will be targets of opportunity. The battlefield is replete with tactical targets. Both players will be able to draw up to 3 tactical objective cards if they choose, and pick 2 of them. Hey there guys, don't forget, if you want to come by and play war games with us here at MiniWarGaming, it doesn't matter what the war game is, we'll probably play it with you. Go to miniwargaming.com/challenge for all the details. You talk to Josh, figure it out. And, you know, lots of cool things coming out around the corner too, so consider that. It takes kind of a long time to like set up a trip. You know, obviously people know that, you know, for flying and driving. We're in Welland, Ontario, by the way, which is near Niagara Falls, like 20 minutes away from the falls, 25 minutes away. So if you're in the area, consider coming by and saying hello. Also, at the end of the battle report, if you're watching through it, and you're like, I kind of want to see how this ends, we do have a quick little post game at the end between Griffin and myself where we talk about the game. Damn good game. It came down to the very end. So, well, check it out, you know, I'll see you there. Anyways, happy wargaming and enjoy the battle report. We are playing on this battlefield here today. I wanted to show you guys before we start deploying our models on it here. It is a full 6x4 table, but the cutoff will be at these structures here. This is all just for looks and show to give it a little bit more of a full field. This will actually be where the battle is taking place on the outside of the structure there. Again, the Necrons are always trying to advance the Silent King's agenda by setting up Pariah Nexuses, and this is going to be one of the major structures. Now, obviously, the Pariah Nexuses are monumental constructs. This is not that. This is one of 18 power generating structures that are surrounding the perimeter of the Nexus, and this is showcasing one of those battlefields. There is a lot of other battles going on nearby, but we are zooming in on this one in particular. Pretty much all of our terrain here is from Adam at Greenleaf Terrain. The boards themselves, the rocks, a lot of the Necron monolith and obelisks, and yeah, actually, and then we have death ray designs for a lot of the more MDF stuff. So over there and over here. Otherwise, we are ready to deploy, and I'm gonna give you a before, and we'll be right back. We have returned, and I ended up on this side with some deployments. I have nothing in reserve. I was debating on putting a Demonette unit into strategic reserve. My gut told me not to, and I'm going to regret that later, I think. But on my right flank, going right to left, we have Fiends, Keeper of Secrets, Pinks, Demonettes with the Transweaver in it, Lord of Change with the Everstave. Now that I know what it does, I just had the points for it, so I figured I'd buy it. The Pink Horrors, the Screamers back here, and then we have over here a very weak left flank of Screamers and Demonettes. And then for yourself, Griffin, what do we have?
I'm hoping to bully this flank with the Scorpex and the Catan. I'm trying to hold the middle with a couple of the Warriors and the Lich Guard. Hopefully they won't get wiped off. And I'm going to push up this side, hopefully, with the Blob of 20.
All right, fair enough. Otherwise, we are good to go. You have nothing in reserve either?
Oh, my bad. I do have 5 death marks that are going to be deep striking at some point when it presents itself.
Understood. That's kind of scary for the Transweaver. She's got a bullseye on her head. She's got fights first with Demonettes, which could be scary. I was debating if like a 20 brick of Demonettes with the Transweaver would be worth. I don't really know. I don't play demons. I'm just here to show them off because you guys don't get to see them that much. Plus, that's what Griffin wanted. We're going to roll a d6 to see who must go first in this game. Luca's going to roll a 1, so that's not promising. Griffin gets a 5. So it'll be turn 1, Necrons.
Okay. All right, so I ended up drawing the 3 cards because I did not like the first Overwhelming Force, so I tossed that one out. So I did draw a Tempting Target when the secondary mission card is drawn. So Luca's got to pick an objective marker in No Man's Land for me to get. And I also drew Secure No Man's Land, so at the end of my turn, I need to control 2 or more objective markers in the middle of the board.
And I want to show you how we're going to be keeping track of score in this game. I'll give you updates at the end of every battle round, using the D10s on the top as your primary points, 10s and singles. The same for the secondaries here, 10s and singles. And then tertiaries on the bottom. Our command points will be here. The turn will be in the middle. I'll be player 1. Griffin will be player 2. And this is available at the MiniWarGaming Forge. If you like what you see here, you can have them made to order. You can just print them yourself if you buy the STL. Lots of options available. You can just get the plastic if you want to paint it yourself as well. There's obviously other things available on the Forge. I just have this available to advertise for you guys. So if you want to check it out, by all means, the link is right there. And I gotta pick a tempting target for Griffin to go for. This one will be the most difficult to go for, plus put you right in front of me, so this one is the one. And then he is attempting again to secure any of the other ones as well, and you could just forego the tempting target and just go for these two over here to get your objective. Otherwise, not too much to do in your command phase. We got those command points. No need to reanimate. I don't think you have anything you have to do with your units in the command phase.
Nothing special.
So we're going to go right to movement, and we're going to show you where things end up. But if you could summarize what you're thinking, what do you...
I'm going to definitely try to grab that objective with the Scorpex, sit there for a turn. I might burn it so I can move them away from the board.
Got that. Have to do that in the second battle round, though. Sorry, I didn't clarify that earlier.
Yep, that makes sense. So they'll sit there for a little bit, but eventually I'll be able to
acquire
close
some
the gap.
VPs. Yep.
I'm probably just pushing up. I'm gonna see. I might forgo that. I'm gonna see if there's a way I can get within 3 of that. If there's not even a way, then I'm not gonna bother.
Well, you might be able to finagle because the Scarabs get OC if they're near a crypt deck now. So you might be able to like get a good run on the back spot, get them close enough to the Scarabs to get the victory points.
That's a good point. I gotta get them within 6, so I can do that probably.
Yeah, that is a new thing Necrons can do with their codex, so not too bad at all. Anyways, we'll be right back after that is all finished. And we're back with the movement. Like we said, here come the Scarabs and the Warriors with the Cryptech positioned within 6 of the Scarabs. Their OC goes from 0 to 1, which is a great quality of life change for the Scarabs. I got the Lich Guard in the middle. Oh, we didn't mention the Overlords. We mentioned the Overlords, but the Warlords. Your Warlord is over here. Boop. And we're playing with the Resurrection Orb, not the Tachyon Arrow, because why would you run a Tachyon Arrow? It's just a cool model. It's like the old Oltex model from Reign and Ruin.
Yeah.
We got more Warriors with the Psychomancer, the Nightbringer creeping up, and of course the Scorpec Destroyers on the far end. And you are securing every objective but the middle one. So you're going to get both of your secondaries accomplished, which is nice. Yep. And there's one more thing I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, my Warlord. I said I was going to randomize this. So 4 up, Keeper Secrets, 1 to 3. Sorry. 4 up, Keeper Secrets, 1 to 3, Lord of Change. I remember the names of my units. I don't want 1 to 3, but we'll let Chaos decide. Hey, at 2. Thank you, Phil. Chaos has decreed the better pick will be the Warlord. Well, the safer pick, I suppose. Because it's only a downside to technically have a Warlord. I wish they would do more with it, but you gotta add your own rules to implement it. Well, speaking of that, I'm always like, I should note that people have said in the comments, it's like, hey, you shouldn't like change up the rules, or some people really like it. Always look at the rules as more of like a guideline, right? This is the base level of how to play the game. They want you to add spice to it. They keep it the way it is to give you room to work with it and change it to how you want to change it, you know? Like a lot of groups already do that, but some of you might be new to Warhammer. The rules are not like written in stone. They are guidelines to give you something to work with for your game to change it to play however you like. Now, you could take what I say literally or not, but that is the best way to play Warhammer in my opinion. Anyways, we're going to go ahead to your shooting phase and figure out where we want to start. I don't think there'll be too much of it, but just the one guy. Where's he at anyways?
He's hiding back here.
He is over there behind the rock. There is Mr. Heavy. Where's he going for?
Probably your newly declared Warlord.
Haha, fair. Well, let's resolve that then. Move, so no +1 to hit, but let's see a set. Oh, all right. There's going to be a lot of that on this table. A 3, yep. Which should hit. Yep. And then roll the wound. Should be like a 3, I believe, with my toughness 10. That is a 2. Nope. Sorry, that is a 2, guys. So after that, nothing else will really fire because most everything advanced or does not have range to fire their ranged weapons. I assume there's no charging. No. So that'll be the end of the turn. Which means you get 5 victory points for tempting target. You'll gain 5 victory points for secure no man's land, giving you 10 points on secondaries. No first strike for Griffin. I'll go over the tertiaries. First strike is 2 points to a player who kills a unit in the first battle round. Both players are able to achieve it if it happens. It kind of, in a lot of modern Warhammer games, are very cautious on the first turn, so it does award some aggressive play early on. Warlord kill will be worth 4 victory points if you're able to slay the enemy Warlord, because there should be some weight behind your Warlord dying on the battlefield. And behind enemy lines awards you 3 victory points if you have a unit in the opponent's deployment zone when the game comes to an end. giving you a total of up to 9 tertiary objective points. You can change those numbers however you want. I only do that because I use D10s to score, and I feel like showing a 0 as 10 for the end game score would just be kind of weird. And then ultimately that 1 point in the end there shouldn't make too much of a difference. And if you wanted to make it out of 10 to keep it an even 100, I would recommend first strike being worth 3 and instead of 2. And that is it. Otherwise, we're gonna go to turn 1 for the demons. We're gonna draw me some cards. I got kind of lucky for my first 2 card draws. I didn't need to draw a third one to discard one. So I will draw Secure No Man's Land. That is exactly what Griffin did. Take 2 of the objectives in No Man's Land, which is what I want to do anyways, is Chaos, because that's how you extend the shadow of Chaos. And Investigate Signals will be my second card drawn. I've already deployed for that. So that's kind of nice. Investigating Signals we can do back here. Boop. And then on this corner as well. It's 2 per corner able to do it on. And I didn't want to worry about it too much going to the enemy one. I know demons can I think technically you can take demons off the board if you're going second and then you deep strike them turn 1. That one feels kind of iffy. I don't like to do that too much, but if anyone's questioning why I didn't do that, that's kind of why. I have this compulsion when I play the game of something doesn't feel right in my gut, I just won't do it even though if it's mechanically allowed. It's a good train of thought to follow. If ever, maybe you're wondering, why don't people want to play against me? Why do I have a hard time, playing the game? And if in your gut you feel like something's not right to do, probably shouldn't do that thing. Now, that might be, demons need to do that to win. I don't think that's the case, but it could be something they could do. And again, if that's not what they could do, then I am just talking nonsense. Don't mind me. Otherwise, my command phase, I don't think there's much for me to do other than Griffin and I both getting a command point. I think I am going to use Corrupt Real Space. I believe the name of the stratagem is 1 command point. I pick an objective in my command phase that I control. It just makes the objective sticky. It'll allow these guys to be a little bit more free in their movement. Though I have to be mindful of the death marks in the game still. So I'm going to corrupt this objective for now. I'll go down to 1 command point. Boom, we'll mark it there. It is also extending my Shadow of Chaos by 6 inches around it, but it's my own deployment zone. I don't need that one as much. I figured I'd do it now so I can use my Screamers. I think that is it for my command phase. You don't score any primary on the first turn, so I don't need to worry about it. But for movement, these guys are going to zip to over here in this corner, and they're going to investigate signals there. And my Fiends are deployed to zip to this corner to investigate these signals. They're probably going to hunker down around there. Otherwise, the rest of my movement is going to be these pink horrors going up to this objective, and then pink horrors and the Keeper's Secrets going up towards this objective to try and push up my Shadow of Chaos a little bit. And then I'm going to keep these Screamers here, and then these Demonettes are going to run and probably fan out back here to try and push the death mark so they can't just steal this objective I stickied. Otherwise, the Lord of Change is going to move up to get in range to do some shots. And that's about it. I'll show you where everything else actually ends up going once I am done moving it. And the after, we decided, I got lucky on these pink horrors. They were looking at a 5-inch advance to get to the objective. They rolled a 6. Otherwise, I would have had to rely on exposing the Keeper's Secrets, or sorry, the Lord of Change, putting him further forward than I would have been more than comfortable, not more than comfortable doing. They could have done it as well, but they would have needed a 6 from where they were. But I got lucky enough with them. Didn't need a reroll. These Demonettes advanced over to this direction. They're quite fast. These Screamers just repositioned this way. That way they can zip to the middle if need be, but they can also go up and over that direction. And then the Screamers that were on the objective just back here. And we are in the shooting phase, so they're going to start investigating signals for 2 points on this table corner. The Lord of Change just followed up behind the pink horse, getting in range for his ranged attacks. He is in the Shadow of Chaos, so he'll have an extra 6-inch range to his ranged attacks because of the Everstave, and more strength, but I don't think the strength matters. Moving on, pink horrors just moved up their 6. I'm probably going to try and charge with them. These Demonettes moved up a little bit, but I'm not going to really commit to too much with them this turn. The Fiends scooted over here to investigate signals for a couple points, and then our Keeper's Secrets just full move this direction, looking to get stuck in as soon as it possibly can, really. Otherwise, we're going to go to shooting. I'm going to start with the Keeper of Secrets because I'm already over here. I'm going to put all of it into the Necron Warriors, Phantasmagoria, as well as the Living Whip. I am going to focus Phantasmagoria, making it hazardous, but giving it 3 additional attacks. Start with the Whip, though. Canyon Arrow, 2s to hit. Gotta miss. Strength of 6. Wounding on 3s here. Wounding on 3s here. We got 1 wounding hit. Have cover. Boom. That is 1 feel no pain roll for the Technomancer. Nope. Got him. And there was stealth on that unit, but I rolled like all my wound rolls failed, so it shouldn't matter too much. Phantasmagoria, I'll remember for though. Freezed hit with Phantasmagoria because of stealth. Did it I didn't roll a single 2. I just rolled a lot of 1s. These are 3s to wound, but they're devastating. That is going to be the problem with the table. It's going to happen a lot, but that's what rerolls are for. Anyways, 3 wounding hits and then a devastating wound. You have cover, but these are all -2. So that's going to be, okay, 3 passes and 1 devastating wound, feel no pain. Nope. All right, 1 damage. And then I have to roll a hazardous check. No. All right, next up, these pink horrors. Next up, the pink horrors are going to fire. These 4 in the back cannot see the warriors I want to shoot at. So the other 6 are going to fire at the Necron warriors. Except this one back here doesn't have range, so it'll go into the scarabs. The other 5 will go into the warriors, though. 10 shots with the pink flames, 4s to hit because of stealth. Hey, nice. 4 hits. Not strength 5, the order change is too far away. So 4s. 2 wounds. You'll have cover. I believe these are AP 1. So that'll be, oh, double 6. Had 1 pink horror firing a couple magical flames into the scarabs. Got a hit. And a 2 to wound with just 1 damage on the scarab. It's -1. Okay. Put the wound on the first scarab there. That should be it for these. The pink horrors advance. They're psychic attacks, not assault weapons. So we're going to go with the Lord of Change. I'm going to start putting pressure on the Lich Guard. I want to be on the other side of the table and see how that feels. See how that works for me here. Focus his Bolt of Change and choose the sustained hits ability from Master of Magic. He either chooses to augment Bolt of Change with sustained hits D3, lethal hits, or ignores cover. Sustained hits D3 is very good. We're going to go for that one. These are 2s to hit. 6s are spicy. Got a couple 1s in there, and the Screamers are... There's 1 6 in there, so it'll be... That 1 6 will actually count as 3 additional hits. They're strength 11. So 2s. 1...
The Lich Guard.
Oh, you're right. 3s. The Lich Guard are the Eternal Guardians, so these do fail. 4, 5, 6, 7. These are AP2, so ignoring cover won't matter here.
Oh, no.
That will kill 5 Lich Guard. Is 2 damage each. Well, it's actually D3 damage each, and Griffin's going to reroll
failed
those.
5, right?
Yeah, 5 fails.
All right.
You want to reroll 1?
Yeah.
Command point, reroll. It's free, technically, because it's a battle tactic with the Overlord. I do these 1 at a time. It'll kill 1 Lich Guard, 2 Lich Guard, 3, 4. Oh, jeez. And 1 wound on 1. Oh, he did focus it, so it's not hazardous. Barrage of Sorcery will be 6 attacks. That's a miss over there. That's a 2. It's only as Bolt of Change, I guess, the fancy roll for Master of Magic. These are normally 2s to wound because of the Everstave, but 3s because you're Lich Guard. 3 wounds at -1. You'll have a 3 up save because of cover. Rock in the way there. 1 damage. Cool. Or maybe. But it kills that 1 Lich Guard all the same. Whoever the wounded one was.
Yep, I'll let him die.
Boom, boom, boom. Not bad, Mr. Lord of Change. Not bad at all. That should conclude my shooting because I advanced with these pinks. I'm going to go to charging. These pink horrors are going to declare charge into the scarabs. And we are going to look at getting a 4 plus a 3. And as they're charging, 2 of them get into base contact there. I already had the objective earlier from the Keeper's Secrets because of the OC. You had 2 on it. I believe the Keeper's 5. The question is, does the Keeper's Secrets... I think the smarter play is charging the scarab. It's not as interesting, sadly, but I want the first strike 2 victory points. I could go for the warriors, which wouldn't be so bad, but I might be taking kind of early Overlord damage from the War Scythe. Do you Void Scythe or War Scythe?
On that one, let me check.
Yeah, he's got the Overlord's Blade. A little different than the Void Scythe, not as high on the damage, but more attacks and hits on. Well, it's kind of, the Void Scythe's nice for the Awakened Dynasty because he gives himself +1 to hit. But we're going to go ahead, just go for the Scarabs and try and go for the extra VPs. Hey. Well, it's a good thing I chose the Scarabs. 2 inches will get me within engagement range. It's going to be right here, but it's going to be a little slanted because of the nature of the battlefield. There we go. Didn't want to move the objective too much. And we're going to use at the start of the fight phase the Scarab's ability to explode. We're going to use the wounded one here to explode. And rolling against the Keeper. A 1.
No, so nothing.
It gets +1 if it's a vehicle. Is that how it is?
It gets
still?
+1, it's a vehicle, but no vehicles.
All right, so the Scarab is destroyed and does no more wounds. Keeper gets lucky. And I will continue the action with the Keeper because if I pile in with the pinks, I'll just block the Keeper out. So we're just going to go up there. Okay. And the Keeper's secrets will pile in there and attack. But before we do that, we did forget to use the stratagem on the Lich Guard of Undying Legions when they were attacked by the Keeper's secrets. It just triggers the reanimation protocols at +1 because there's a character in the unit. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. 2, you just get 1 Lich Guard back for me. Command point. That pretty much you spent a command point to try and save one earlier.
Yep.
Boom. There we go. So he's back. And I'm okay with that, everyone, because it changes literally nothing for the game state. As long as the game state doesn't change too much, Luca doesn't care. And back to the exciting Keeper stuff. With the claws, because that's unorthodox. A couple misses. That's not ideal. 2s to wound. Okay. 3 damage with devastating wounds. And then now I'm a little afraid. I'm a little hesitant to use these dice for the spear attacks now. It's technically a Wit Stealer sword, but you know, this model's got a spear. The Soul Stealer. Anyways, 2s to hit. Okay, that's better than last time. And wounding on 2s. That is going to be... that'll kill the one base that was wounded from the wound, and then this will kill the other one. Yep. Rampaged right through the Scarabs. And no consolidating. The pink horrors have nothing to pile into. That will conclude my turn and bring us to the end of it. I will secure No Man's Land with 2 objectives. The Keeper's Secrets is standing on one, and the pink horrors are on the second one. At the end of my turn, I finish investigating signals with my Fiends. And on the other side of the table, my Screamers. So that'll award me 2 points per corner for 4, giving me 9 victory points on secondaries, but 2 points on tertiary, giving me an entire 1-point lead at the end of the first battle round. And like I said, I am going to show you the score at the end of the first battle round. I am at 11 points, 2 for tertiary, 9 for secondary, and Griffin's at 10. I did adjust this for turn 2, though, just to give you an idea of how many command points we're going to be playing with as we go into Griffin's turn.
All right, I drew 3 cards again. I drew Investigate Signals and Bring It Down the first time, so I drew Area Denial. I'm going to keep that one and get rid of Investigate Signals. Just doesn't work with my army list. And we're going to try to go for probably the Keeper of Secrets for Bring It Down. Try to score a whopping 6 points out of that.
And then Area Denials kill the pink horrors.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get those pink horrors off. They're going to be hard to move, but we're going to try.
The pinks here for Area Denial, they're like an enigma because you could just wipe them out in one attack to clear them off, but there's not a whole lot of shooting can do that. Or you can commit to an all melee, but then you put no shooting attacks in them. But we'll find out. We'll figure it out, I guess. At the very end, they have a 4-up invuln and save too, so that throws the math off even more. Otherwise, if you shoot them a little bit, you risk splitting and splitting again, and then having more models on the objective, making it more difficult. I myself don't really know how to deal with them. I usually approach them with brute force, attack them a lot, and see what happens. Otherwise, the Keeper's Secrets isn't the declared target. You don't have to declare a target to bring it down, but that's when you kind of want to
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm gonna angle for that.
Well, in your command phase, you have nothing to do other than reanimating and scoring of victory points.
Yes.
So the VPs will be easy. You'll get 5 for this objective and 5 for that objective back there with the Locust on it.
Yes.
And then you're going to roll a reanimate for the Lich Guard. D3 wounds worth of models coming back.
It's hiding behind there. It's 1.5. Because they can come back with... You don't have to bring full wounds back.
Correct. That's just 2, though. 1 Lich Guard will come back fully. And that is the only thing we need to reanimate here. And then you get your 10 points for primary for Scorched Earth. And one thing I want to note, we didn't talk about the lava earlier. We were discussing on what rules we want to do for the lava. I'm like, it wouldn't really affect Necrons too much because of Necrodermis. And it's just like they can survive super hot elements for like short periods of time. And then and Griff's like, well, you're demons. I'm like, I probably don't care about the lava either. So we decided not to play with any rules at all. My other dimension, otherworldly qualities than your Necrodermis make us relatively immune to quick bathes in lava. Anyways, we are going to go to the movement phase. Scorpek are going to move. We're going to scoot up and around the turret, and we're going to keep some back here on the objective. This is them kind of pushing up this way. Next, we're going to move all of the stuff in the middle. And the Nightbringer comes up and around the obelisk. The Psychomancer and the Necron Warriors move up, as well as the Lich Guard. We were discussing it. Let Griffin know if the Lich Guard move, I'll probably overwatch them. I'll go ahead and do that now with the Keeper of Secrets to try and mitigate their charge. A Bolt of Change. Unfortunately, Master of Magic only works in your own shooting phase. You cannot do it during Overwatch. Unless you somehow can overwatch in your own shooting phase, which I don't believe you can do. So we're just going to go ahead and hopefully roll good hits here. I am going to push it because I'm crazy. Push! Ah, we missed with them all. We can get a hit in with the Rod of Sorcery. Oh, I got a hit. Hey, and a wound. Roll a 4. And you're invuln. Hey, no. Actually, I wonder. Actually, only AP1, so you could take a save on the guy in the back there, and just effectively the rock stopped the hit there. So, cool. Burnt a command point, no damage. I did push Bolt of Change. 4, we're good. That resolved. We're going to move on to this unit of warriors. Now, I will note in the shooting phase, the Psychomancer is going to try and trigger a battle shock. What's the range of it?
Within 18 inches.
Okay, fair. One of these two units, we'll figure that out when we get there. I'm saying it now so we don't forget for later and have to go back and do it. We'll show you where these guys end up. Just them scooting up here. Okay, we're going to go to the start of the shooting phase. The Psychomancer. Do you want to try and spook the bird or the pinks? They're both pretty high bravery, but I don't have the Shadow of Chaos here anymore, so my bravery is a little bit lower. Well, back to its regular characteristic.
Okay, and it's gonna be -1, so that'll affect your ability to do any like stratagems at all. So will that affect your rerolls? Command point reroll because you're using a stratagem on a unit.
I wouldn't be able to do it. That's for sure. Try and make the Keeper's Secret scared. We're not in the Shadow of Chaos. Roll a 10. He is battle shocked. Uh-oh. As I go to mark him as battle shocked, high is good. I've been playing a lot of old games where morale is very different. Very similar, just the opposite. We're going to now ping off the shooting phase with the old Nightbringer. He is going to target the Lord of Change.
Lord of Change, yes.
With the Gaze of Death.
All right, we'll roll over here. D3 attacks.
D3 eyeball attacks. It's going to be 1.
Yeah.
Standard attack on this, hitting on a 2-ish.
Yep.
It hits on 2s, right?
Yeah.
No negatives to hit on the Keeper of Secrets. It's Lord. I'm gonna keep Lord of Change. You're good. It hits. What's the strength of this?
Strength 12.
3s to wound then.
3s to wound. Okay.
That's a 4. We're good. Let's see if my demonic form protects me. Yes.
All right. Cool.
Before we move on to the next thing to shoot with,
I'm gonna burn the objective back here with the Scorpex so I can move them off into the rest of the battlefield.
Yep. And we kept 4 of the Scorpex destroyers on the objective so that their OC3 cannot rob it from him. So I'll have to put a little bit more effort into it if I want to try and stop it. However, and Griffin is aware, if that objective is removed on his 3rd turn, for the Shadow of Chaos, demons only have to control at least half of the objectives in No Man's Land. That way, I only need to control 1 to extend the Shadow of Chaos to No Man's Land. But it's still worth it, because otherwise you're just keeping Scorpex destroyers back there, because these guys will take that objective in a heartbeat. So it's still probably the right call, and it gives you 5 victory points at the end of the game, because I don't think I can stop it. I could Denizens of the Warp over there after doing some weird, nasty demon stuff, but then the Scorpexers is going to muck up whatever goes over there. So we'll see. Anyways, we're going to go to this Necron warrior blob, and I assume everything's going to the Keeper.
I think so. Everything I've got line of sight to the Keeper?
For sure, yeah.
Cool. All right, so they're
Start with the Gauss Flayers. It'll be 40 shots into the Keeper. 6s are lethal, 3s hit because of the command protocol. First 20 on 4s, actually, because I'm a Keeper of Secrets. Reroll that one. Ooh,
okay,
still 5. We got 1 lethal. 9 hits there, not so bad there. Command protocol counteracting the mesmerizing form.
Needing 6s.
Yeah, we're thick. 1 wound so far. We'll do the second half. Cool. And round 2. Volley 2, actually. Hey! There we go. Couple more wounds there, 3 more wounds because of the lethals. And actual wound rolls. Nope. 4 wounds in total. And the Staff of Light, before we forget. We got, no, they're not lethal, I don't think, but those definitely hit.
Yeah.
And 6s. And then roll me that one just in case he has BS3 up. Didn't matter. Nope. Okay. I owe you invulnerable saves. Oh, I take 3.
Locust Heavy into the Keeper.
All right, we're down to 15 wounds. The Locust Heavy does have heavy because it didn't move, so just counteracting that with my mesmerizing form.
So looking for a 3.
5 works, and wounding on a 3 because strength high. Hey, demon form, let's go. That's a 5. Cool. We're good. Saving the saves that matter, that's for sure. The Gaze of Death and the heavy Gauss cannon there was scary altogether. We still have to resolve. Well, we got to figure out if you want to resolve these guys here. We are going to fire the Gauss Reapers into the pinks. It'll be 20 shots. And I don't think does the Psychomancer give them any bonuses?
They get the bonus because they're being led by a character.
There's that, absolutely, yeah. I can't remember if he had individually anything weird. And these are hitting on no negatives. Pinks are not a negative to hit, so we just pull 3s to hit because you have a character in the unit. Command protocols. This is my favorite dynasty as well.
Yes, it's a good one.
We had 1 lethal, and these are 3s to wound. All right.
3.
And the Abyssal Lance, that's a hit, and wounding on a 2. This is from the Psychomancer. He's got a fancy staff. Hey, there we go. I have 12 wounds from the Reapers and 1 additional wound from the Abyssal Lance. I do wish I had the command points to reroll their invulnerable saves of 1 here. I'm just gonna hopefully roll well. Kinda need it for the end of Griffin's turn. So that's good enough for me. So I could have rerolled 3 of these. I like hypotheticals. So okay, I would have passed 1 of them, that's fine. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fails. I have 2 pink horrors left. Question is, which pink horrors do I want to keep? The instrument is tempting. Let me tell you. I will go to these 2 models. These are all dead. They die to the volley of the Reapers and the Abyssal Lance. And then that unit's finished attacking.
Yes.
So I can split, or try to. I'm missing 8 models. Here's the splits. 4 ups. I fail. I get half. So I get 4. So I get 8 blue horrors popping up over here. Man, there we go. They're all coherent to the parent unit there. They're all within 2 of those 2 initial pinks. It does mean that you're going to have well, neither one of those units are wholly within 6 in the middle for area denial, but I'm trying to make the charge a little bit more difficult, or at least pulling the Lich Guard out of position. Or whoever wants to charge, pulling them out of position. Ideally, I don't know if that's factual, but it's in my head what I'm thinking. Otherwise, that's it for shooting there, and I think that's it for shooting overall.
Yeah.
So we're good to go to the charge phase.
We are going to be charging.
Where do you want to start?
I'm going to start with the Catan, because I want to run up in your lines.
Absolutely. Roll it up. You probably need like a 7, but maybe an 8. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Hey. 4 and a 10 works. Perfect charge. It gets you wholly within 6 in the middle there.
Yes.
With the Nightbringer. Do you want to charge anything else to help him out, or you like what's going on there?
Your Demonettes are pretty scary.
They're all 1 damage attacks that are devastating wounds. So they could, but they don't really wound them that well. I'm going to try the Lich Guard. The Lich Guard are going to charge as well. Bam. They roll a 5, which will probably be a fit. Would you like to use a command point?
Is it?
You have to check the Overlord to see if it's battle round or turn for My Will Be Done. Reroll with My Will Be Done. It is once per battle round. 6? Are you within 7? That will be a fail. My Will Be Done is you get to use a battle tactic stratagem on the unit for free once per battle round. You can't do it for each Overlord. It's for only 1 Overlord, but I made that mistake in the game. I don't think it mattered too much, but it does save you a lot of command points.
Yeah. Up over here.
This is all charging the Keeper and the Pinks. Bring it on. Yeah. That's fine, yeah, 6. Yeah. Boom. And we'll finish that charge move off there. Nothing to really resolve other than going right to fighting. Would you like to fight over here first?
Yeah, I'm over there. It's only a couple of them, so yeah.
Yeah, fair. So after piling in, these 5 will be fighting the Keeper's Secrets, and these 4 will be fighting the Pink Horrors.
5 into the Keeper.
-1 to hit, +1 to hit, so
yep.
4s. 4s and 6s. All right, couple misses. 6s to wound. None. And then 4 attacks into the Pinks. No negatives, only positives. And that is going to be 2 hits and 3s to wound, actually. Both Pinks have a 4-up. Pinks pass them both. All right. And we might as well move on to the Nightbringer, who I assume is going to do his 14 attacks.
He's going to do the 14 attacks. Yes, he is.
2s to hit. Whoosh. And 2s to wound. It's strength 8. I'm not that high toughness. All right, these are all good. There's like there's 3 fails. That is 8 invulnerable saves. We are going to fail. We are going to fail. We are going to fail. Thank you. 3, 4, 5 of them. That is going to kill off 4 of these and a pink. Boom, boom, boom. 1 pink ore who dies. We get no blues. And the 4 blues give me 2 brimstones and 2 brimstones. I'm just going to go ahead and fight with them back. Pink's already in combat. We'll have these guys go up to here. We'll have them get up there to a soul assist. And these guys can go base to base with Big Pinky here. And we're going to throw some melee attacks at you. Pink Horror hits. And then the 4 blue horrors. None hit. And then the brimstones. 2 hits. That's 3 hits in total. These are all 6s to wound the Catan Shard of the Nightbringer. 1 wounding hit. You'll have a 4 up, I believe.
Yes.
And then a feel no pain. 4 up, and then a feel no pain. 5 up. Haha, eat that, Star God Fragment. 11 remaining wounds on the Catan Shard of the Nightbringer. There was 2 missing warriors we didn't do earlier, guys. Sorry, so they do reanimate. I shot them earlier. There are 2 back. You just throw them in the back there, just so we keep the game stay clean. Completely forgot we killed them. I don't even remember shooting them, but it was the Keeper's secret. Because I didn't want to shoot the scarabs. That's what it was, yes.
But you gotta fight back here.
Yeah, I gotta do all these pinks, and then I'll with like 1 attack each, 4s and 4s. 2 in the back will be unable to fight. They're only 1 attack each, though. 4s to hit. And 5s to wound. 2 wounds. They're only strength 3. Be 4 up armors. Go. Oh, nice. The Keeper will try and claw through some of them. We are going to attack with 6 of the Soul Stealer attacks on 2s, because you're not... Stealth is not this.
Nope.
And then these are 2s to wound, but they're AP 3, no save. So you have 6 Feel No Pains that are 3 each. Fast die roll this, 6 dice. So that means 3 are dead, 4 are dead. These 2 might keep living. That guy could live. They all die.
Nah.
And we got the Snapping Claws. 1 miss, and same idea. Boom, boom, boom. 2, 3 damage each. Do 2 sets of 3 here because it's technically faster. So that's 1 dead, and then the second one, dead. Does clean out the front wave of Necron warriors, pulling me out of it. It does free up my Keeper to move around, but I'm kind of like locked where I am anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much, I suppose. You have to roll for the Soul Stealer. Every model the Keeper kills heals a wound on a 4 up. Likes to eat the Necron souls. And those 3 there are enough to heal it fully. Okay, there we go. Definitely not in the Shadow of Chaos. Griffin has 2 of the objectives out of 3, which means that would have worked on a 3 up instead of a 4 up. But I got enough to heal the full there. Yeah. I'm not going to consolidate because I kind of really can't. The pinks are keeping me locked in where I am there. So can't really move towards the enemy. That will finish over here, but we do have to resolve the Nightbringer. It has an end of fight phase rule where kind of like drains the life force of enemies nearby it. It's like a state-based effect, passive aura of him. So I believe, is it a 4 up for every unit within 6?
On a 4 up of that every, yep.
You want to do the Keeper, or sorry, the Lord, or the
We'll start with the little guys.
Little guys!
Nope.
No, they have no life to drain, and the Lord.
Keeper.
No, Lord.
Yep.
Wow, no life. Turns out you cannot drain those
demons.
Those which have no life. And at the end of this combat phase, this Lord with the Tachyon arrow, who we said has an orb earlier, is going to crack it. Boom, boom. And we're going to reanimate. I think it's just D6. Hey, 6 warriors back. Let's go. I love to see it. And they are back. I think normally I just love to see Necrons. I love these armies fighting each other. This is my dream game. Specifically Pink Horse. I've been eager to play. I was happy you said Demons because I've been eager to play some Tzeentch stuff for a while now. Yeah. So this is a good opportunity. Technically kind of playing Necrons against Necrons here in a lot of ways, but at least half my force is Slaanesh. If that was all Pink Horse only, I don't think we'd finish this game. For scoring your objectives, because that's kind of where we're at, I don't have my units are not wholly within 6 because we're like, it's like the lines like where that Pink Horror is, but the Catan Shard is. So that is going to be 5 victory points for Area Denial. And the other secondary was Bring It Down. Didn't kill either of the big guys, so we're going to get rid of that for a command point for this battle run, because you haven't got one yet. So that'll bring you up to, well, 3 command points, and I'll be at 1. But we're going to go on to my turn, where we're going to gain a bunch of command points. Before going to my turn proper, I will spend my 1 remaining command point on the Realm of Chaos. I could pick 2 units in the Shadow of Chaos, or just 1. I'm just going to pick 1. I'm going to pick my Screamers back here who were investigating signals. They're going to go back into Strategic Reserve. And I believe the Screamers have Deep Strike. They do. All right. Well, for this turn, I draw Extend Battle Lines, which means I have to take one of the objectives in No Man's Land and control my own. Well, that is no problem. My second card draw is Bring It Down. I got to kill the Nightbringer Shard. That is not what I want to do. I hummed and hawed for a little bit, but inevitably I decided to draw a 3rd card for our mission rule, and I got dumb lucky here and drew Deploy Teleport Homer after having just put the Screamers into Strategic Reserve. And that means I'll be getting ready to Bring It Down and playing those 2 instead. This is the objective I'll attempt to extend our battle lines on. And I don't think I need to corrupt a real space, because I'll get the Shadow of Chaos going for me well enough over here soon enough. And yeah, So with that in mind, I think I'm gonna go right to scoring. I don't have anything else I want to do in my command phase. It means I'm on this objective, and I'm on this objective, so I will get myself 10 victory points on primary. We're tied on primary here. And the goal is, for this turn, I want to harass the Lich Guard just a little bit more. I want to kill 2 or 3 models. I got the Lord of Change and Phantasmagoria and some little tiny... I might just put the pink horse shots this way still, but we'll see. I'm going to put a lot of pressure on them. And then the plan of attack is to have all of this just come down on this and just try and... I'm going to move around with my Lord of Change, just kind of give up some ground here and there. Try for the best and make it work. I don't want to fight this or that yet. I think for movement, we're going to have the pinks back it up a little bit to here. So they're probably going to end up shooting over there. They have 18-inch range, so we'll see. We're going to have these come up this way, and these fiends are going to come up this way. And we're moving the pinks back here, but we're going to interrupt the movement a little bit because Griffin's going to overwatch with the warriors into the pinks. This does bring Griffin down to 3 command points. It'll be nice and easy because we're just looking for 6s. They're lethal. You don't have to worry about the wound roll. I love Gauss Overwatch. That is 1, 2 wounds, 3 wounds so far. Nice. Volley 2. Boom. Ah, there we go. Another 5. Ooh, 5 that time. 8 wounds from the flares, and the Staff of Light will be hitting on 6s. 1 hit. That one does have to roll the wound, though. No. Wounds ain't bad. 4 ups. I pass 5 of them. 6 of them. I lose 2 guys. There's a 1 underneath there. Let's lose boom and boom. Technically, it would have been at the start of the move, but it doesn't change anything to moving first. Yeah. Split. Hey, I love the odds. Boom. We got one of those pinks split into 2 horrors. The rest of my moves, probably just going to keep the keeper where it is, and these demonettes are shooting up this way. What it looks like after the move is done. So the fiends come up this way, pinks back up, a couple blues, demonettes come in this way, keeper's going to stay still. And then the rest of my stuff back here is a little suspect. I don't really know what I want to do. I kind of want the demonettes to go and zerg the Catan shard, but he's not going to take any damage, so that's a bad idea. We're just going to keep it real. We're going to have these demonettes just back it up a little bit, just to stay a little safe. And I'm going to put these guys here. The Screamer's going to probably screen this area, because I don't really need to lose my middle objective, because the Lord of Change is going to boogie over here. It's tough. So I put the Screamers back here, just to be kind of safe away from some targets. Demonette's positioned back here, again, just to try and screen off some elements. I'm going to put these guys a little further, 2 inches the full 2. And there, just push it that way a little more. And then I just am so hard pressed on this one. I just don't know the answer. Do I survive attacks on average again. So I think I want to keep him tied up there fighting pinks. I could fall back, but then he's free to ominously hover to wherever his heart's desire. So you get to kill pinks. That'll be it. That's it. I get to kill horrors, I guess. All right, we're going to move on to the end of my move phase. I'm going to bring in a unit of Screamers that went into the warp. They're going to show up back there somewhere. Coming to this side of the table, behind the giant rectangular prism, we got the Screamers. And we're going to go to the shooting phase. We're going to immediately deploy essentially a demonic sigil of sorts. They're making a little mark in the wall there saying, we need demons here now. We need the help. That'll give me 5 VPs later. Otherwise, we're good to go ahead and continue to shooting. I am going to start with probably the Lord of Change back there, firing everything into the Lich Guard. And I'm going to supercharge the Bolt of Change and call for sustained hits. 2s to hit. Ooh, a couple 1s in there. And these are strength 11, so 3s to wound because the Lich Guard. Oh, it stopped 3 wounds. Not bad. Oh, I gotta double check something. I did get 1-6 on the hit roll. I forgot about the sustained hits D3. It'll be 1 more hit. All right. Which means those were the hit rolls, and these wound on 2s. Wait a second.
The one's on 3s.
3s. I already did that part. So I'm just gonna roll 1 for... the easiest way to fix that is just roll the 1. Didn't matter. Got a 1 anyway. So 3 wounds at invuln. Shields up. Ooh, 1 go through. Gonna re-roll it for a command point. Oh, didn't matter. Got a 2. It's going to deal, well, enough to kill a Lich Guard. A sorcery has 6 attacks. Because we have the Everstave, we have the extra range on it. So these are 2s to hit still. Strength 10 with the Everstave enhancement. 3s to wound because of that. You will have cover on them all, though. So 5 3-up saves. It's only AP 1. Might even be strength +1 because of its own ability. That does kill 2 additional Lich Guard. Boom. Putting pressure on him. We pulled 1 earlier. These two go down. Boom, boom, just there. They're all behind the rock, so it doesn't really matter which ones. Yep. And then his hazardous check for pushing the bolt. We're good. We'll conclude him. We're gonna go right to the Keeper of Secrets. She's gonna put her living whip into the Necrons because of range. But Phantasmagoria will go into the Lich Guard because it's got 18-inch range. And we're gonna push it, we're gonna focus it. Stay on 2s. We got a couple misses, 3 of them. Wounding on 3s normally, but 4s for the Lich Guard. And that is 1 dead Lich Guard for devastating wounds and 2 saves. 1 Lich Guard there who's gonna get some cover from the rock. So 2 3-up saves here because it's -2. I guess no, it's all 4-ups anyways. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I forgot it's AP2. Hey! Oh my gosh! No, you gotta roll better. I killed 2. I killed 2 Lich Guard because they're only 1 damage each.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Objective. So I'll pull these 2.
1 dies to saves, the other 1 dies to devastating wounds. We're getting through. We're putting pressure on them. Without the Technomancer, they're a lot more approachable to fight. That's for sure.
Most definitely.
All right. Then the pinks are gonna go next, and they're just gonna volley into the warriors. I'm gonna remember stealth though. All right, attacking the Necrons. Use the pink horrors first. 3s to hit normally. They got stealth, so we're looking at 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits so far. Not even the same strength. Pink horrors, that is going to be the strength 4 because we're not near the Lord. So 2 wounds so far. Got 2 blues in there, which hit, and because of stealth, nothing. So just 2 wounds, or just whatever wounds I said. And boop, boop, boop. Feel no pain on the 1 fail. This is AP1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And boo, 1 dead. And then I'll have to do the living whip as well. Forgot about that. And the whip on 3s because of stealth. Because of stealth. Well, whatever, I'll reroll that. Didn't matter, same thing. And 3s because rank 6. Ha! There we go. 2 wounds. Put them on the warriors there for cover. So these are 4-ups.
Doesn't matter.
Roll. These are 2 damage each for feel no pains.
Okay. So the first guy.
Boom, boom, boom. Dead. Ooh. And the second guy. Alive. Oh. Only kill 1. It would have to be one of these 3.
That's
though.
right. That's right. My bad.
Boom. No big deal. Don't change it much. I'm gonna pop the Res Orb at the end of the shooting phase. 2 Lich Guards stand back up. We got both the Res Orbs though. And they are back up over there. I'm gonna go to charging. We're gonna start with the Demonettes. It's a tough one. No, the Keeper's gonna go first because of the nature of how the charging works. 6 is good enough. This is why I charged the Keeper of Secrets first, because what a large base. If the Demonettes charged first and if they rolled high enough, I mean, I could have gone up and around that way, but I would have actually probably ended up blocking the Keeper for the most part. Yeah, we're gonna roll the Demonettes now. They get +1 to their roll because they're blowing a horn. And they blow it well. 6. Charging up and in that little pocket, and then the Fiends get to try their charge. They gotta go up and around this rock, kinda. An 8 should do the trick. Going something like that. The one getting in base contact, at least. That'll be it for charging. That is it altogether. I'm gonna go with the Fiends first, because I don't think there's much we have to do, right? No. Fiends will go, the one can't pile in, but the other one's gonna get in a base contact with the 1. And everything into the warriors. A real good AP near the Keeper. They're AP 3. Most things are AP like 2 and 3 in a Slaanesh list. That's kind of nuts. Beast hit with their claws and tails. Got, oh, not a bad roll. Only a 3rd miss, which is pretty damn close to average, if not exactly. Strength 5. 3s to wound here. 6s are devastating wounds. So I got 4 fails. You, pretty much, so these are all AP3. So I'm gonna go right through your armor. So you owe me 6 2 damage attacks, so we can just fast die roll this one. We're rolling the first 6, and anyone that rolls a 5 up gets to re-roll to live. So 4 dead no matter what, and these guys might live. No, all 6 die.
6.
Just gonna kill, 6 from the back here as the Fiends collide with the flank. We'll just keep on going down the path here. The Keeper of Secrets will try and just cleave through them with her spear and claws. The Soul Stealer. 2s to hit. We missed 1 of those attacks. These are 2s to do damage. Well, that is a roll I won't see for a while. 5 6s, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything here because they're already AP3 and they're not devastating. We get the claws out of the way. There's something similar. 2s to hit, and these are 3s to wound. I don't want to... okay, nice. Only another one. So 1 more wound, that 3 damage. So 6 fast rolls. So need 5 ups for the Technomancer. I'll even roll that 1. That one's... Alright, that's just 6 dead. The humanity, the Necron warriors are being mucked up, but it's quite a bit of stuff attacking them. That's like pretty much half my army. Then the Demonettes are up next. Oh, the Demonettes would have had to go first. It wouldn't have... Ooh. No, everything has fights for... Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah. No way for me to really pile in and get those extra 2 in there. So there'll be 8 of them attacking plus the Herald. The Trance? 1. I don't get to reroll all my hit rolls because the Necrons are not near the objective. For the Trance Weaver hitting on 2s, the Demonettes allow me to reroll 1s. They just have a always reroll 1s, but it's full rerolls while fighting an enemy unit within range of an objective, which the Necron Warriors are not. These are forced to wound. 3 wounds at AP2 because we're near a Keeper of Secrets. 6 ups! And you have a Feel No Pain. These are only 1 damage each.
Okay.
And Feel No Pain. 3 dead. After that, there's just 1 warrior left and a couple characters. But we got 8 Demonette attacks, which I believe are 24 of them. 20 out of 24 hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Boom, 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 boom. Interesting. Oh, there's another one in there. All right, there we go. So these all miss. The extra 4 would be, that's the 4th one. All right, there we go. That's all 24 attacks. It's 20 hits. These are 4s to wound. And 6s are devastating, but not too bad overall. You got 6 armor saves, and then the devastatings are afterwards. 6 armor saves to do on the warrior, 1 at a time. And then you have a Feel No Pain. So he doesn't tank it.
There we go. So 5 more saves.
Overlord's gonna take these now. He's still part of the unit until these attacks are done. And then, bam. He takes 3 damage. Still get the Feel No Pain. Boom, boom, boom. These are with the devastating wounds. He only takes 1 overall. He's got 5 wounds left.
Yep,
not bad. I'm not even gonna bother marking the wound. He'll heal. Right? There's no way. I'll mark it. You never know. But they're separate now, though. Separate units.
14 attacks.
Coming over to the Catan Shard because I got no other attacks to do until he attacks. 2s to hit with the big guy. And 2s to wound. There's 12 of them here, so you'll probably get a couple fails, I hope. Oh!
Ooh.
5 fails. Yeah. So. Then, invulnerable saves. I will pass 3 and lose 4.
Okay.
All 4 of the blues are going to go down there. I always want to kind of keep 1 pink, I think. And 1 of them splits. So all the blues are dead, and they get a brimstone. A brimstone base. There we go. And then they get to fight back. Why not? Oh, Yellow Claws. I got 3 hits. 6s to wound. Got a wound on that. And the pink horror misses. We got 1 wound from the brimstones. 4 up. 5 up.
Goodness.
Feel no pain. Oh, embarrassing. Another damage from a brimstone. He does have a reanimate coming up, though, with his 10 remaining wounds. And then you get to fight back with the Technomancer and the Overlord. Overlord's going to pile in with his Overlord's Blade, which is actually now, he's not leading a unit anymore, so it is comparable to the Void Scythe again. Going to be hitting on 3s because of, well, you got 2 different effects of Sporific Must, Mesmerizing Form, but they won't stack in this case. Oh, didn't matter. Strength 8 on the Lord's Blade, 5s to wound, but 6s are devastating.
Yes, looking for 6s.
I see.
Didn't get anything.
Okay, can't hurt the Keeper's form, the perfect form of the Keeper of Secrets. And the Cryptek, or the Technomancer. 2 attacks in the Demonettes, no negatives to hit. That's a hit. And is that a wound? No. No. All right, that is. Well, we get to do the Drain effect at the end of the fight phase.
Yes.
Should just be the Brimstones, or the Horrors, I should say. No, my life! The Brimstones have life! 2 of them. Whatever, I'll take that guy. Put this one over here. That will conclude my turn. I secure no man's land. Nope, I extend my battle line because I have my home objective and this objective. And my Screamers are calling demonic forces from that section of the battlefield to reinforce this battlefield here. That will give me 10 secondary points. As a note, the Warlord is in a compromised position. We got to assist him there. We got to get the Honor Guard going here. He's like not the Dynas maybe, but he's more of like the head Nemesor. What do you got here? Is he the, of your dynasty, what do we got going on here with this guy? Is he just a big general, or is he the Dynas?
Yeah, this one's probably the general, probably our main overlord. He's somewhere else, probably sitting cozy, Zoltanic.
Sitting pretty? Yeah, okay.
That's the name for my dynasty. I don't have a dynasty name yet. I'm still working on it, but the overlord for that dynasty is Zoltanic.
Gotcha, okay. That'll be it there. I got my points. No Warlord kill, no first strike anymore. I'm going to show you the score as we go to the 3rd battle round of the game here. I'm going to battle round 3, but the score overall is, I'll be at 31. And, wow, Griffin is at 25. So we got a 6-point lead here.
I drew Capture Enemy Outpost and deploy Teleport Homer. I wasn't too sure about Enemy Outpost, so I drew a 3rd card and got Storm Hostile Objective, which was even worse for me, so I'm going to end up tossing that out. So I'm probably going to end up holding on to Capture Enemy Outpost and get it in next turn. That's the objective there. And deploy Teleport Homer. I'll be able to do that pretty easy, so get some points there.
I deploy Teleport Homer for the middle here. It'd be worth 3 victory points. That's an easy 3 victory points. Got a couple units already there that are kind of lined up to do it. The Warriors, the Scorpion could come in and do it. The Lich Guard could sit there and do it if they wanted to, but we shall see. And then I got to double check one thing, because I think you successfully raised that objective over there now. Would be at the start of your turn, so that is worth 5 victory points later in the game.
Okay.
So we got rid of that. We'll score that later at the end of the game. And over here, we do have a Battle Shock on the Lich Guard because they're 5 out of 11, but you could Insane.
Insane Bravery, yep. Don't want to take the risk.
Do you want to risk it? Okay.
Not this time.
That's once per game. I believe that's an epic deed. The Overlord does have access to My Will Be Done, but can't use it on that. And that means we're good to go to Reanimates. So, the Lich Guard. D3. Oh, we got 1.5 Lich Guard back.
I'm okay with that.
And that is, and then this Overlord is going to go back up to full health.
Yes.
That's 5. Catan is missing 2 wounds, so you got to roll 3 up to heal fully. Hey, look at that. All the work the Brimstones did. No. 2 Lich Guards stand back up. 1's wounded. Okay, that is it, I suppose. We score, though. You got 5 points for this objective, 5 points for the one back there where your Locust Heavy's at. So that's 10 points on primary yet again. Again, Griffin kept Storm hostile objective. No, he kept capture enemy outposts.
Yes.
So working to, it's 8 victory points, so working towards it over here is not so bad. And we're going to see some death marks show up this turn as well.
Probably.
You're still in the game. And that is it for the command phase. You're at 20 primary, and you got the extra 5 points from raising an objective later.
Yes.
But at the end of the command phase, I do extend the Shadow of the Warp now in No Man's Land, because I control at least half of the objectives.
Yes.
Catan is going to move 6. Oh, he's the old metal one. Nice.
Yeah.
Boom, right there. A fun fact, I was thinking about it, the Psychomancer could give me an out, not that you ever would, but the Psychomancer could give the Pink Horrors an alley, because this is the Shadow of Chaos now. Anytime they take a Battle Shock check, which he forces, and if they pass it, they heal D3, they get D3 Pink Horrors back. Not that we would do that, but it's something that could happen. If they're killed this turn, then that interaction won't come up, but if they're not dealt with this turn, then I will get to try the demonic manifestation. But there's only 2 wounds there, so they're probably dead. Gorpek are rushing up towards this way. I'm tempted to overwatch them with the Lord of Change, but the Rod of Sorcery is too far away. After the Scorpic, the Warriors are moving up towards the objective. They're going to be the ones to deploy Teleport Homer in the middle for 3 victory points. And the Lich Guard are moving, and as they move, I would like to overwatch them, I'm thinking. Where I save the command point. What do we got here? We just got... There's 6 of them? Yeah.
5.5.
5.5 plus the Overlord. I'll do an Overwatch technically at the start of their move while I have line of sight of them.
Okay.
This is the Rod of Sorceries in range over here. The Rod gets 2 hits, and these are 2s to wound normally, so 3s. 1 wound on him, -1, but you will have cover. The guy that was wounded doesn't have cover.
So 4 pinfall. I'll take it on him.
Oh, he dies all the same.
Yeah, fine.
And then I'll do the push on the Bolt of Change, because I do need the extra damage. Aye. Again, can't do the, got 2 hits on it. Can't do the Master of Magic in Overwatch. 2 wounds, I wish. 2 wounds, and these are 4-ups, because they're
okay.
AP2 at least. It's D3 damage, unless you want to reroll it. You could do it for free.
Yeah, is that...
Battle Tactic, yeah.
Battle Tactic. Is there anything else I would rather... No, yeah, we'll do it for free.
For free. My will be done.
There we go.
That down to market, and then the one guy who got shot earlier is dead. The wounded guy died to a Rod of Sorcery. I'm down to 1 command point, and I have to roll Hazardous for pushing the Bolt of Change. Still good. The Lich Guard ended up. The Technomancer does have fly, so he's getting out of here. Bye-bye. No desperate breakout needed. Just tucking in back there. And then... Do you want to move the Locust Heavy guy?
No.
In the back there?
Yeah, he's going to hold on to the... I know you got these guys coming, though.
True.
At the end of the movement phase, I'm going to deep strike those death marks so I can get some good shots at that little character in the Demonettes.
Yeah.
Get rid of her and get her bonus out of the way.
Yeah, it's the strikes first on the Demonettes, making them a kind of a scary target to charge. Ish. Not like the scariest, but somewhat scary. I'm going to start with the Deploy Teleport Homer.
Yep, deploying Teleport Homers.
Get some victory points over there. 3 of them, and then where do you want to start shooting?
We will start with the death marks.
Just them shooting the Demonettes, but the Transweaver is going to be taking the wounds, I suspect.
Yes.
Beast with the death marks. Hey. Oh, that's a good... That's a good start. Threes to wound the unit. You get to pick the Transweaver to put them on.
Yes.
That is 2. Opt to not reroll here, so mine. I invuln the first one. I'm a demon. I got 1 wound left on the Transweaver. Sorry, to clarify, the Synaptic Disintegrators on the death marks are 2 damage. Yeah, I would have done the same thing. It's close. Yeah, it's hard to predict with demons.
Yeah. This gun also got worse.
The Enmitic Annihilator is kind of weird. We're gonna fire it into our Screamers over here. Couple of shots.
Hitting on 2s.
Pew, pew, pew. 1 hit. And should be that. That's a 1 for sure. That's a 4.
Invuln.
5.
Yep, cool. Yep. Doesn't matter.
The last thing is the Locust Heavy Destroyer into the Keeper of Secrets. That's a hit. 4s do hit. It was like -2 to hit because of big guns and mesmerizing form, but +1 for heavy. And a 3 to wound. 2. Use a command point reroll.
Need a 3.
4. Hey, look at that. Am I demonic? No, that goes right through. That is flat 6 damage. A giant chunk from the Keeper. Boom, 12 wounds remaining. Now we're good to go to charging.
Yes.
Where would you like to begin?
Start here, into those last couple.
Yes. Good luck. You probably only need like a 6, maybe even a 5. I see a 2.
There we go.
2 and a 5 is the 7-inch charge. Welcome. And they are making it in. Lich Guard want to charge?
You charging me, you're going to get fights first.
I fight no matter what first here, yeah. They're not engaged with anything right now, so it's just the Keeper versus the Overlord in this case. Guard are going to charge just the Demonettes or both the Demonettes and the Keeper?
No, just the Demonettes.
Yeah, actually, that doesn't matter if you target the Keeper. You can just pile in or an attacker. A 10!
10, there we go.
Awesome. Charging in, getting everyone in a base contact that they can, which means this Overlord is able to zoop up over this way and then pile in and attack the Keeper later, if we so decide to do that. Otherwise, that's it for charging.
Yes.
I do go first with the Demonettes. That's the only weird thing here, because they have fights first.
That's okay.
Still got 2 lagging in the back there, unable to attack. So, with that in mind, everything will just attack into the Lich Guard. 8 Demonettes and a Transweaver. Transweaver has 6 attacks on 2s, rerolling any 1s. Sorry guys, that all hits though. And there was 1 under, that's a 2 under the Screamer. The other Demonettes are 24 attacks on 3s, that's why I have to do them separate. Rerolling 1s though, oh that is, oh god. Well, that's pretty much everything hits. Well, it is everything hits. Here's the first half of the wounds. 6s are devastating. I could do the Transweaver with them all because it's the same strength and the same devastatings. Only need 5 wounds. So far the first half are 3 devastating wounds and 1 invulnerable save. And the second half, we have 2 saves and another devastating wound. 3 invulnerable saves. Ooh. And then, so that's gonna kill 1.5. Yeah. And then the 2 more die because of the devastating wounds. Because they're 4.
3.5 will die? No, 2.5 will. 3.
3.5. This guy takes wound. The 3 over here went down.
So the best I could do is get 1 back.
It's D3 plus 1. You could get 2 back. Undying Legions after the attack. Oh, there you go. It's D3 plus 1, so that's 4 wounds back. You just get 2 Lich Guard back in the unit, but you're out of command points. Guy heals. These 2 stand back up, and 1 has wound on him. That's it for my fights first. You get to do your fights first here and over here. I can't interrupt, so it doesn't really matter the order you do it in.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see if I can kill the Brimstones. Am I going to get in any more?
Just doing the pile in first. I'm just going to pull them. I'm just going to save everyone the die rolls. I have 2 wounds there with the 4-up invuln saving against like 20-something attacks that are all like 3s and 2s, rerolls, all this nonsense. Yeah. We're not going to use the plasma sights though. No need to pop that token here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Lich Guard into Demonettes. Since piling in the Overlord into the Keeper is probably a bad idea because it let me attack into the Lich Guard unit, the Overlord's going to go back there, and it also keeps them 6 inches away from the Sporific Musk. So that means they don't have to suffer the -1 to hit here. So they're all hitting on 2s because of command protocols. Lich Guard! 2s to hit. Reroll. Hey, there's 2 misses. 2s to wound. Ooh, spicy. That's everything. 10 invulnerable saves. They're all dead. Well, I lose 9. There's 1 left. The Overlord with the Void Scythe. Should be 2s to hit because he's leading a unit. 2 hits, 3 hits, and 2s to wound. 6s are spicy. All 3 invuln saves, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to bother rerolling any of this. So 3, 5, no, they're all dead. So that kills the last Demonette. Oh, that kills the last Demonette, and that finishes off the Transweaver with 1 wound. That is how you clear out the Demonettes there. Boom, boom, boom. I love the Awakened Dynasty, man. It's my favorite one.
It's a good one.
Okay, now I get to pick. It'll simply be the Keeper. Can't pile in because we're all engaged here. So, with that in mind, we're going to try and kill that Overlord who is standing toe-to-toe with the Keeper. It's bold, this Nemesaur, but that's very characteristic of a Nemesaur. Should be no negatives to hit him, so this is my fancy spear. Boop. These are strength... Oh, enough to wound you on 3s, right? Because I was fighting warriors before, that's right, so... 4 wounds so far. That is 4 wounds so far with the spear. Yep. These are the snapping claws. 2s to hit. Boom, boom, boom. And then these are 3s to wound because strength 6. Devastating wounds, none. So you have 5 invulnerable saves. No command points.
Come on, come on, dice.
Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, 6 damage. It would be 9, but each one's reduced by 1.
Yep, so that finishes him.
That just rips him in half. He goes back to the reanimation chambers. He's no command points for Eternal Conqueror or whatever it's called. I can't remember. But
0 command points to do that, yeah.
Yeah, so my will be done was used. So it is Warlord kill for the demons. Then, do I get a wound back for killing a model? I steal his soul a little bit. 13 wounds, though. It's only 1 wound. No matter what I kill, no matter how great the soul is, it's 1 wound. Boom. That there, folks, is all she wrote. That is the end of Griffin's turn 3. Overall, not bad. You are going to finish deploying Teleport Homer here for 3 victory points.
Yes.
And you are going to keep on to capture enemy outpost?
I'm going to keep, yep, I'm going to do that.
Keep on keeping on. I like it. Perfect. And... the grind continues as we go to my turn 3. We're both going to get a command point in our command phase. I'll be at 2, Griffin will be at 1. And I'm going to play it out and draw me some cards. I draw Overwhelming Force, killing Griffin's units on objectives. First of all, Necron's not the easiest. The only eligible targets as Locust Heavy Destroyer are the Necron Warriors. And I had no ambitions on going for them anyways. Luckily, we have flexibility. And we might get rid of that one. In fact, we will. I'll say that now. I'm going to phase that one out. I don't want that one because I already drew a 3rd card. Behind enemy lines is my 2nd card. Thank God for the Screamers who are just doubling up on their effectiveness. They're going to help me with that. And then the 3rd card I draw and decide to keep will be Storm Hostile Objective. I take 1 objective away from Griffin. And guess who's going to do that? It's going to be the Screamers. Both get our command points. Like I mentioned earlier, as a reminder, I'm at 2. Griffin's at 1. And... is there anything I got to do? I'm trying to think. If those Demonettes lived, I could have done a Battle Shock thing to heal some of them, but not quite getting there. The plan for this turn is to start putting pressure on Scorpack Destroyers and finish off the Lich Guard and that Overlord, is what I'm trying to do. I'm obviously going to ignore the Nightbringer. You can't really deal with the Nightbringer that effectively. And we are in the shadow of chaos in the middle because we have this objective. So that means I can like advance and charge with the Fiends, get them around the board really fast. Yeah, I think that's overall the plan. I'm going to try and nuke them with some spells. Get the Demonettes up in there. Maybe get the Screamers going there. And just let the Nightbringer stand there and not know where to go kind of thing, hopefully. Obviously, I have to deal with these guys as well, but I guess I'll hit them with some stupid Flames of Tzeentch and Keeper of Secrets will try and finish them off.
Yeah.
Or at least we'll work towards finishing them off. And then the Fiends are going to advance and charge away from here for sure. But that's all fun and games. Command phase, I get 5 points for this, 5 points for this. That's 10 points on primary. We're tied on primary still. That's not true. Griffin's still up 5 on me because you burnt the 1 objective.
Okay.
For the movement phase, we're going to keep the Keeper where it is. We're probably going to keep the Pinks where they are too, with the Horrors. We're going to advance the Fiends. Move 12, I think. I'll double check. Ooh, they go 18. They are overwhelming speed on the Keepers. And they're in the shadow of chaos, so they could do Chaos Surge. They advance and charge. I do that in the charge phase though. Worry about that later. I'll move the Pinks a little bit just to get on the objective more with them. I'm gonna shore up there. Those Screamers in the back corner there are gonna move. Measured the back of, we're gonna get the Screamer to here. Boom. And then the last things to move will be the Demonettes and Screamers over there. Back to this perspective, and I'm gonna show you where the Screamer's gonna come up and around, and the Demonettes are gonna come up this direction. And I think the Keeper of Secrets might actually or the Lord of Change might actually commit to a combat. There we go. We moved the Screamers first. They just flew up and over them, so they are going to, they kind of like do vector strikes is what it used to be called. I roll 3 dice. Every 4 up, they take a mortal wound. And then the Demonettes moved up between the gap here, leaving the objective because we do have it sticky, which has been sticky since turn 1, but it's only really coming into play now. And then the Lord of Change moved up and around this rock because you can't fly over it anymore. But don't really care. We're like in a pretty good spot all the same. And I think we have come to the end of the movement phase. I'm going to roll for the vector strike on the Screamers. 2 mortal wounds as they fly over, which should just be 1 guy at a wound. Now, under unique circumstances, you can put mortal wounds on the character here because it's not an attack, as far as I recall. In the end, he does have this old Sepaternal Weave. I can't remember, was this like a phylactery upgrade, I believe?
And Nagic Dermal Bond, I think.
4 Eternal Pain. Look, it reduced my wounds by 1. He has 5 left?
5 wounds left, yes.
All right. Boom, boom, boom.
Almost certain it's 5.
That he has 6 remaining wounds. Okay, we are good to go to shooting. I am just going to start here. He is going to put everything in the score pack in front of him, and we are going to do sustain hits on his bolt of change. And we're going to supercharge it. Should be 2s to hit. 6s are spicy, but we didn't get any. These are 2s to wound you, I believe. All right, 3 fails. I'm just going to roll my hazardous now. We're good. T6, that's right. These are... Oh, I gotta double check this now, because he gets +2 strength for the Everstave in the Shadow of Chaos, but he gives his Zinj Demons 1 more strength. Through 3 different strength 2 different strength modifiers is strength 12.
Yeah.
So there was a 2 in there. There's 5 wounds on the unit at -2. 5 ups.
Cool.
5 of them.
5, yep.
Boom, boom, boom.
And boop.
And does luck? Not quite. I assume you don't want... It's D3 each. I assume you don't want to reroll? No. First one is alive. Second one... Oh, and then the third one kills him. So I kill 1 score pack.
Cool.
With 3 of them. And then it's... I kill 2.
All right.
And I already rolled my hazardous. And the Rod of Sorcery. Everything hits. Only the Bolt of Change gets the Master of Magic. These are strength like 9, so 3s. Oh, okay. 1 wound. -1. Yeah. You're good. That will finish the Lord of Change. We're going to go with the... Let's go... All the pinks and the blues are going to fire into the Lich Guard with their pink flames and blue flames. 3's to hit. Hey! And then let's get the... How many blues do I got over there? 2?
2.
All right, take that, and this, and here's the blues. I got 1 blue hit. And does the blue wound? Actually, they're all 5s. Hey, 1 wound from the blue. 5s from the pinks. So we got 1, 2, 4 wounds in total. 3 ups. Eat that, Lich Guard. Finishes off the wounded one and puts a wound on another. Next up, we'll do the Keeper of Secrets. I'm not going to mess with it too much. I'm going to put Phantasmagoria and the Living Whip into them. And I'll buff up the Phantasmagoria. I'm going to do the hazardous now. I haven't been forgetting, but it's felt a compulsion to do it. All right, these are 2s to hit with Phantasmagoria. 4, nice. Got a couple misses. Normally 3s to wound, but they're the bodyguard, so 4s. No devastating wounds. You owe me 3 saves. Bones. I do it 1 damage. And then there were 2, and then the Living Whip. 3 misses, awesome. And 4s to wound because of the bodyguard. 3 wounds, -1. 2 at a time in case you somehow biff both of these. Okay, that does kill 1 Lich Guard. Then there's 1 more to roll. Yikes. The Lich Guard both killed by the whip. All right. And sorry, this marker, by the way, I should have mentioned earlier, that's just the track my will be done was used for the battle round. I believe that is it for shooting. I'm going to go to charging. We're going to start with the Keeper of Secrets. Declare a charge on the Overlord. Well, that was a fancy 12, now it's 9. Just going to face him from behind. Excellent. And from there, we come to the Screamers against the Locust Heavy. 9. And Zinch loves it. Let's go. Base all up and around here. Boom, boom, boom. This is our objective. And over here, the Fiends are going to charge the Technomancer and the Warriors. 7. Look at them go. Okay, Screamers into score pack. 3, good enough. It's going to roll the Demonettes. No, the Lord of Change. Sorry, Lord of Change first, then the Demonettes. Big guys first, then little guys. And so he's going to go directly into that score pack. They're going to go there, and the Demonettes should have a clear shot right in front of them. Yeah, 9, because it's +1. Screamers come in there, Lord of Change comes in here. Because if I, again, rolled the Demonettes, I would have blocked the Lord of Change. So it's all about rolling at the right order. But then again, you just always let your opponent change how they do their order. Because, it's an easy rule to forget. And then you don't want to, oh, you charge them first, you suck. The Demonettes are capable of getting 8 of them in there. 2 cannot quite make it. I think that's it for my charging. Let's do this epic one last. There's no interrupting, I believe. So we'll do this one, this hot mess second last. We'll do the Locust Heavy, who's fighting the 3 Screamers back there. Weapon skill 4. Oh yeah. That is, only a third hit. That's okay. Toughness 6.
Yes.
4s. Nothing. Didn't matter. Oh. Screamers. And then coming over to here, we're going to have these fiends go ahead and attack. Put one fiend into the Technomancer to try and get cheeky and take him out, and then 2 fiends will attack the Necron warriors. 5 attacks from the fiend into the Technomancer. 1 fail. And then these are 3s to wound, I believe. Ooh, 3 of them. Too far away for the extra AP, so these are only -2. So 2 saves and 1's devastating. 2 6-up saves, a 4 and a 4. Yep. And then the 2 devastating wounds does take out the Technomancer. I assume you don't want to use the come back to life for him? Yeah, it's fair. And now we attack the warriors. And into the warriors. Aye, 1 miss. And that's pretty brutal. 3s to wound. All right, well, these are strength 5, yeah. So you have 3 6-up saves and then 3 dead warriors. Only 3 saves, only 3 saves. Yep, just reroll, it's all good. 6s. Kills 6 warriors. I'll commit to following up and consolidate onto the objective into combat with those fiends. And then, I said I was gonna do this one last, so I will. I don't even know what to start with over here. Let's do the Demonettes, I guess? No, let's do the Keeper. I mean, the Lord of Change. His Staff of Tzeentch. Hey, we have a couple misses. Force to wound, it's only strength 6. 2 of them. -1 AP, but it's 3 damage each. Oh, so every fail is a dead Scorpek. I'll let you reroll that one. It's pretty bad. Oh my! I know it's the table. It's the set. Oh, jeez. It doesn't matter. 3. You literally roll 3 like fails in a row. Yeah. So 2 Scorpek go down. All right, they go down there, and then these guys are gonna go. I guess we'll just have you go and get up in there, and then you'll just opt to pile in a little bit just to get the attacks. 4s. 4s and 4s here. Oh, that's a miss. Rank 6. Still 2. Maybe 2.
5s.
5. No. 2 damage each. Kills 1 more Scorpek Destroyer. Boom. My poor Demonet's gonna have a hard time getting in there. Boom. Yeah, you kill him. Makes the Demonets a little bit tougher. Yeah, it's like pretty much the same amount of attacks, but we'll see. The Demonets can pile in. And piling in, only getting 6 of the Demonets able to attack. Used it. Rerolling 1s. That's just what they do. And the reroll. All right. 5s to wound. All right. 2 devastating wounds. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 saves. 4 saves at -1. 1 damage. And 2 it just kills that Scorpek. Cool. Boom. Leaving the Lord left. All right. That does get me a little cheeky move, and it keeps him outside of an inch of everything, though. But I had to roll perfectly to kill that 1 Scorpek Destroyer. All right, and then we come to the final fight. I just only me fighting. That's it. That's how this works apparently. And here are the 6 attacks from the spear. 2s to hit Mr. Overlord. Oh, that's fancy though. I missed 3 of them. You parried him. Well done. And these are wounding you on 3s. Okay, 3 wounds so far. None of those are devastating. I have my Snapping Claws. Oh, that's a fancy roll. Oh, geez. Toughness 5? Should be. Yeah. Well, these don't matter. So that'll be devastating wounds. That's just 2 damage afterwards. You have 3 invulnerable saves. Okay. Invulns! Oh, you make 1. Nice. So that's 2 damage plus the 2 devastating wounds. That's just 4 damage. He's got 2 wounds left. Cool. Still alive. You get to fight back with the Void. Oh, this guy's at 13 wounds. I did not take that with me. You get to attack back with the Void Reaper.
You're -1 to hit, so I'm hitting on 4s.
Yeah. Not ideal. Not ideal.
I'll try. Let's see what happens here.
You know what? That works. That 6 works. And wounds on a 3. But a 6 is really good.
I'm gonna move it here.
This works for me.
Don't roll in the lava.
Oh, there's the 1. Awesome. Excellent. And then you get to fight back with the Warriors. And then that would be it.
4 warriors.
Warriors. Should be -1 to hit.
Yep.
So back to 4s because you're leading, being led.
Yep. And
no.
neither one. Nothing. And then 1 attack.
The Abyssal Staff. That's a 2.
Nope.
All right. Okay, well, that's fine. And then we already resolved that. That's it. That is... Oh, no, the Locust Heavy in the back. All right, you get to fight him back over here. Attacks. Aye, both hit. And strength?
Strength 4.
Ooh, those probably both wound. Toughness 4. Invuln! Tzeentch, thank you! Well, that will then conclude my turn. Again, the Scorpek Lord is an inch away from all enemies, so he's not able to fight. The epic duel between the Overlord and the Keeper. Overall, though, quite a bit of damage for Griffin and the Necrons, losing the Lich Guard and the Scorpek Destroyers overall. Not ideal, but I think the biggest sad is how effective those screamers in the back have been for victory points.
What is it, 13 you're up
They
to?
got
Yeah, and then they're going to take the objective. Yeah, it's...
It's like, I don't know
Yeah,
what's going on with them, those screamers. So for my secondaries, they are storming hostile objective, because what is the OC on the Locust?
I think it's only 1, maybe 2. It's 2.
2? Yeah, they got OC 3 on it. So they steal it for storm hostile objective. They take away your potential to score it on your turn. So it's technically 18-point swing. And they're behind enemy lines for an additional 3 victory points. So they are just, and they got 5 earlier too.
Yep.
Throwing up the score at the end of the third turn, just marking it up to 4 in the command point adjustment. I'll be at 47 plus 6, so I'll be at 53, and Griffin is at 38. So I'm taking a pretty hefty lead here in points overall. I mean, you technically have, you have 5 more because of the objective burn for Scorched Earth. But let's go take a look at what you draw for secondaries. Taking a look at the cards that Griffin's going to draw, capture enemy outpost was from last turn, which this is what forced my hand to go all out on the score pack, because I couldn't risk you going for an easy 8 points. Obviously, it worked out well for me. I rolled well enough to get through the score pack, so that was a boon for me. Drawing extend battle line, which is going to be tough because I took your backfield objective, and I'm fighting pretty well for the one in the middle. You can get your backfield one easily enough, but the middle one might be kind of hard. And then behind enemy lines is probably not going to happen. You could do it if you give up the Nightbringer for a turn. Or the Scorpec Lord could do it too if he advances, but then you're giving up a pretty big piece. Realistically, that would phase out, and then these would be their goals for this turn. We're going to do a couple of we're going to skip to a couple points here in the game. We just want to see if this Nightbringer, because the Nightbringer can go for the shoot and charge on the Keeper Secrets, get behind enemy lines, and then try and go for the Warlord kill, which would be a pretty big deal. But we want to see if he's capable of it. Plus, the main thing is like lack of scoring. So you're not getting 5 points for back there, because mathematically the game is unfortunately over for the Necrons. Yeah. But we want to see a couple cool things happen here, because there's still a lot that could take place. The Scorpec Lord and the Nightbringer could both try and take out the Keeper of Secrets, but it's just a lack of pieces. Because there's no inspiring presence, I want to see their battle shock, because that could be pretty bad. Their battle shock and his battle shock. Yeah. Because of the demon rules, they could both die here as well.
Okay, we'll start with the Lord.
Yeah.
All right.
Boom, 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 boom. He's 6.
But you reduce it though.
I do reduce it. Is he 6 base or is he 5 base?
He's, I think every Necron thing.
So it makes it 7 up because of the Shadow of Chaos, which means he suffers 3 mortal wounds and dies. So he dies to the Shadow of Chaos, which is not a great start to the turn. No. And then the Necron warriors with the the Psychomancer.
There's also a 7+.
7+. Oh, you passed!
There we go.
Awesome. Outstanding. That means you'll be able to reanimate and probably take the objective back, which is nice.
Yes.
So you'll get 5 points there. But unfortunately, Mr. Overlord goes down. I'll just take this. Would also go away because he would have had that back. However, we do have Protocol of the Revenant. So at the end of the command phase, he'd come back with half his wounds left. That's once per game for him. So it gives him some options. And these guys get to reanimate rerollable D3.
Yes.
Here. 2?
I'll keep 2.
Keep 2, right. 2 Necron warriors come back. You'd score the objective. You have more OC than me on it. And that's 5 points for you, which isn't bad.
Nope.
You know what's an interesting interaction here? This would rarely come up. He comes back to the end of the phase, and you reanimate at the end of the phase. Griffin chooses the order it happens in, so he'll come back first, then reanimate. Okay, well, he gets 1 more wound. He's actually at 4 instead of 3. That's weird for a character to die in the command phase. Yeah. Doesn't happen often. So we just quickly went through movement. They retreated. Because they already scored the points. The Scorpec Lord and the Nightbringer are coming up and around just to get 2 units from behind enemy lines on the Big Bird. And then the Death Marks are moving up towards the objective. The Death Marks coming over here, getting some in range, but they can always charge in to get more if they need it. I'm going to use Demonic Invulnerability on the Lord of Change to give me reroll invulnerable save rolls of 1 in the shooting phase.
D3.
2 of them. That's not bad. No negatives to hit.
Nope.
Both hit. And strength higher than 10.
Yes.
So 3s. That's a 2 and a 6. Devastating wounds rate. Oh, just a regular attack, isn't it?
Just a regular attack, yep.
Invulnerable! Ooh, it goes right through. How much damage is it?
D6 plus 2.
All right, bring it on. D6 plus... Oh, do I want a command point reroll? That's D6 plus 3 damage. Nah, whatever. I'll save it for... him living is big. I'll reroll. That's a lot of damage. Zinch! Corpec Lord! Tung, 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 tung. The hits on 2s, I assume? And... 2 wounds. Invulns. Oh, one damage. Cool. 17 wounds remaining.
Move, so there are not any bonuses to hit, but that's fine.
Death Marks into the Fiends. A 1 miss. And these are Strength 5
Yeah, they're only strength 5 guns.
Force to wound. That is 1. Invulnerable. No.
Not.
You're gonna force
Why not?
force a battle shock on
Yeah.
him. Psychomancer at the start of the charge phase, I guess. It's any phase essentially.
Yeah.
I think. Well, there's some phases, but you're gonna force a battle shock on them. They pass it and they heal T3 wounds because they're in the shadow of chaos. It's a funny interaction for the Psychomancer. They're just 1 wound. You're gonna use that
Regardless if it helps you or not.
Absolutely, we're gonna use our Psychomancer. Okay, charging. Just back here, big guy first.
Yes.
6, good enough.
Yep.
We're just gonna go kind of far enough with him to get the Scorpek in there as well. He's gonna end up there, and then the Scorpek Lord. Eee, good enough.
Yep.
I believe he does impact hits.
He does do impact hits.
Boom. Rolling on a chart for the amount of damage. Boo, boo, boo. It is D3 more wounds. He's got 17. He's got 15. Charging over here. Don't even have to roll it. You just
sorry.
go on. Yeah, it's all good. Charging in there. We can go ahead and quickly resolve this combat. 4 of them are able to attack. Freeze. Okay. And
6, 5, reroll. So
3 wounds. Not bad, not bad. That is going to be 1 wound on him. Got down to 2. The problem was just the 2 models that were ranged to the objective were not enough to take it back. They had to charge in and kill it. Charge in and not lose anyone or kill a guy.
Yeah.
So as long as they don't lose anyone, they're good to go. But I got these 2 that are going to attack that way, which I'm just gonna go ahead and do it now, and then we'll do the exciting stuff afterwards. He's attacking the Locust Lord, and the other 2 are attacking the Death Marks. 4s to hit the Death Marks. They got 3 hits on the Death Marks. Strength 6, 2 wounds at -2. So as long as you make 1 guy live, you're good, because you can kill a guy. Oh, 2 die, okay. And into the Locust. 2 of them hit. Nothing. He might as well attack back, just to get this entire combat over here resolved. Hey, nice.
what's
You're strong. T4. You know, I did the math wrong. You still have 3 guys in range of the objective, and then him, so you do get the objective back. I needed to kill 1 more Death Mark. So good steal there, because this guy died and this guy died over here.
Yes.
So then we can go. It would have been technically the what's it called? The you would have. They both get to fight before my Lord of Change does. So that's why we did in that order.
with the Scorpek Lord.
Scorpek Lord first.
He's less exciting.
Ha, fair. Okay.
All right, we're gonna do his Hyperphase Harvester. Hitting on 2s.
Yeah, I got no negatives. Ooh, that's a hit. 5s to wound.
Yep.
1,
Okay, 2 wounds.
Invulns. Make 1 fail 1. 3 damage.
3 damage each.
All right, well, he's got 12 wounds left. It's up to the Deathbringer. And the Catan Shard of the Nightbringer. See if he could take out this Keeper. And there's a Drain Life afterwards, too.
Yeah, strike version.
Strike!
So hitting on 2s.
Good start.
we
Excellent
go.
start. Yes, yes.
And this is devastating wounds, but strength 14.
3s to wound then.
3s to an. All right, but we want some 6s. All right, I got a 6 and 2 regular wounds.
2 demonic saves. Pass them both. And how much, what's the damage on his attack?
That's d6 plus 2.
All right, roll it up. D6 plus 2. 7. He's got 5 wounds left. He won't die. And I have the potential to heal my upcoming turn. Yes, I would just attack back against the Scorpek Lord. 5 Staff of Siege attacks. Ooh, 1 miss. I believe it's forced wound. 2 at -1. 2 4-ups. Okay, that's 6 damage, but you have a feel no pain. Which is turned to 1 damage. He's got 6 left. Hey, hey. And that, we didn't charge this guy over because we figured that'd be suicide.
Yeah.
So that would be the end of the turn. You do get 5 points for securing No Man's Land or extending our battle line.
For No Man's, behind enemy lines.
And then, you also get behind enemy lines as well. We're gonna say he's good. They're both in, so that's 5 points for behind enemy lines with both those units. And then he might have these, who knows. And then 5 points for extending battle line, giving you 10 points on secondary, which is not bad. I'm gonna do my turn 4. We're gonna see what we draw. I have a lot of pieces to play with. 3 cards I'll draw. Be capture enemy outposts, engage on all fronts, and tempting target. I'm gonna get rid of. I mean, I could do all 3 of these, luckily, I suppose. Get rid of engage on all fronts because I think I can capture enemy outposts for 8 victory points. In tempting target, I can just get 5. No problem. Because I got both of them anyways. Because I gotta roll. Let's see a battle shock on my Lord of Change. He passes! No, wait, you wanna roll? Ooh, I get +1 to the roll because I'm in my Shadow of Chaos. Wanna roll high, we're good. So he's gonna heal D3 wounds. He's gonna heal 2 wounds, going back up to 7. And my turn's not gonna be super interactive, but it will solidify. There's like no more action for them. I'm just going to fall back everywhere and just go get my victory points. The Keeper's Secrets can advance back there to go kill that. This guy doesn't matter really too much at all. I don't need to kill him. These fiends can go finish them off, and then this is all going to disengage and run away. And that'd be like the end of the game. I would shore up my defenses on this to try and guarantee that. So he's back up to 7. This all runs away to go kill them off, leaving these to do what the heck ever they want. They're a little too durable to kill. But we'll kill that, and we'll kill them back there.
You would charge me probably with them?
No, I'm just going to to screen with them, I think.
Screen.
Yeah, it'll make a screen bubble so the fly guy can't get through them. The plan here is... The plan here is, for scoring, I get 5 points, 10 points on primary. Keeper of Secrets, the Lord of Change, retreated this direction. The Demonettes moved to secure that area, and we're going to screen these guys over here with the Screamers. Keep the Fiends where they were. The Keeper of Secrets moves 14 inches towards the death marks in the back. These pink horrors are going to stay here, and they're going to perform the raise for turn 5 to score it, and then that'll equal out the primary points there. And that will kind of be the nail in the coffin, because you'll be left with this to play with.
Yes.
Which won't be able to do too much. It will wreak havoc and kill a lot of things, but in the 41st millennium, there is only victory points. Actually, that's one thing about 40k right now. It's not really, it bothers me, but it's like the first 3 turns of the game, there's so much action, so much movement, and like the dynamic nature of the game. And then towards the end of the game, you realize, oh yeah, killing doesn't matter anymore. It's just getting to the objectives and staying on the objectives. And that kind of always throws me off a little bit. But at least I get the first like 75% of the game. I'm like, oh, this is dope. Like fully immersed epic duels, all this conflict and everything. And then I realize that towards the end, it's like, oh yeah, it's a game. We got to score points. They're going to stay there and raise. Keeper Secrets. I'm not even going to bother rolling the attacks. I'm just going to, I should not be that lazy. I'll do Phantasmagoria over here. I'll boost it, and then I'll do the whip over there. Well, I can't do the whip over there. Just Phantasmagoria over here. Let the sad overlord just sit here and contemplate his decisions. 9 dice for Phantasmagoria. 1 miss. Oh, 3 misses. Damn you, Keeper. 3s to wound. Fail. And then 3 saves and a devastating wound. And then my hazardous check. We're good. 3 6-ups. Okay, and then so 3 die because of the devastating wound.
Yep.
Boom. And then we're left with a Psychomancer and 3 warriors. Then we're going to go to charging. The Fiends are going to charge the middle. They make it. The Keeper of Secrets is going to charge the death marks. They're going to make it. I don't think there's going to be much of a surprise here, but I'm going to do these quickly off camera, and then that'll pretty much be it. To no surprise, the Fiends actually rolled quite a bit of devastating wounds to finish out the Necrons. It's all AP2, right? So their save's not super great. And then the Keeper of Secrets had no problem killing 3 death marks. And that will conclude my turn. I get a tempting target on... I assume it does. I suppose this doesn't. Which one would you have picked? I guess that one makes the most sense in case I whiff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get 5 points for that. 8 points for capture enemy outpost. And then unfortunately for Griffin, he gets no primary points on his 5th turn. Why don't you quickly draw your cards and we can see what the final score. We're just gonna play out the rest of the game off camera and show you what the final score would be. Quickly, quickly towards the end, the only thing scored for Griffin is he drew no prisoners, and I'm assuming he just rolled perfectly and killed both these units with these 2 guys. So that'd be 2 points each for these 2 guys killing them for 4. And then I actually drew Area Denial on Cleanse, so the Fiends would just get 8 points for hanging out in the middle there. For cleansing an Area Denial, because that's the only objective I could do it on after the other ones are removed. And then overall, then I would score 10 points on primary again on my 5th turn for this one, and this one would have been removed on turn 5. So I'll show you guys the final score. Then counting the tertiaries, you would get behind enemy lines as well, one of those guys back there, and I would get it to max out at 9. So overall, I would get 45 for the 1 raised objective, plus 35, which would bring me to 89 total score. And then Griffin would have 30 total primary, which is not bad. And then 32 secondary. So we're pretty much tied on secondary and 3 for tertiary. So 35 overall plus 30 is 65. 85 to 65 is this game after everything is said and done. And the Demons delay the Necrons from extending the Pariah Nexus in this part of the battlefield for now. The battle, as always, will continue.
Vault members, don't forget we got more Warhammer 40k for you, or paid YouTube members, at the links down below. I'll be taking out House Mortan once again, 1500 points of Knights, taking on 1500 points of Tau Empire. Check those out at the links below and enjoy the postgame.
A quick little postgame as I gotta go run and live stream some fantasy here. But first of all, excellent game. It was neck and neck until My turn 3 was like really good.
Yeah, really good turn 3. I had a couple things. I was out of position. I was out of position here on this side of the field. I needed to probably have a few things in different spots.
It's like it wasn't too bad. It's not so much as like it's tough. It's tough to say because the Scorpec, it's not a lot of points invested in that flank. It was actually a very small amount of points invested in that flank over there.
Yeah.
And you were getting 10 points every turn anyway, so burning that made sense. It's just the pacing on how everything worked out and how fast my army was. It really showed compared to yours. The speed and the maneuverability was really key because like the second the Scorpec committed, I was able to like shift a lot of focus, like pounce on them when they committed. And one of the big points was this guy unable to kill the pink horrors.
If I killed them a little bit sooner, I would have been able to go after that Lord of Change or push the flank with the Lich Guard and support the Lich Guard and tie up that. It would have been a little bit different, I think.
It was really that drain life would have been a big deal because like your attacks overall were pretty average against the pink horse with the 14 on the sweep. I kept putting pressure on the Lich Guard, which I wasn't too sure was the right call because you kept reanimating, you kept using the orb and everything, keeping them alive.
Yeah.
And after like bringing back 6 or 7 models, it was just like a 17-man squad essentially. It finally buckled over here.
Yeah. Keeper Secrets that's a powerhouse.
The Keepers are real nasty. Yeah. Actually, all the greater demons, for their own reasons, are just really, really nasty. I don't like to spam too many of the same one. That like the 2 different ones felt kind of nice. You got the shooty guy. This guy was a pain in the butt, I'm sure, all game, just flinging spells.
It was a little bit, but the shooting on the Keeper Secrets really surprised me.
It is deceptively good. It's because she's got devastating wounds on the one psychic power, so she can kind of get through anything, really. They can freaking deal with any threat. The Living Whip I like because it's always 6 attacks. You can use it in melee. I would have rather had the Feel No Pain, but I didn't need it. The Whip was a way better pick in this one overall.
Especially fighting. So I didn't have a whole lot of answers for your big monsters besides the Catan,
who got tied up by the
He got
pinks,
tied up. Yeah.
The nature of Necrons versus Tzeentch really slowed this game down a lot too. A lot of like little like really durable holding units, right? 4 up invulnerable saves, splitting again and everything. A lot of nonsense there. Otherwise, like there wasn't too many crazy things. Like there was, again, him not getting through the pinks. Just like consistent pressure on the Lich Guard was always slightly in my favor because you just weren't rolling saves. You just not really.
The Lich Guard did not. Yeah, no, not this time.
If you rolled better on the Lich Guard, that was a big deal as well. And then the way secondaries, I got really lucky when that Screamer unit over there, when I decided to put them in reserve, and then I just drew nothing but bomb behind enemy line secondaries the whole time. Just accrued so many victory points. So there's a lot of happenstance with the tactical objectives as well, but that's kind of what you want in the game. But overall, great game, man. Griffin, that was great.
No, I had a great time. I love fighting demons. That was a great time.
Fun. Yeah, that's right. This is your first time fighting demons, and you won because you were kind of humming and hawing about collecting them.
I am. I have a little bit of Slaanesh that I haven't really touched yet, but I think after seeing this kind of performance, once I finish painting the Necrons up, Slaanesh is probably.
You think you'll just go all Slaanesh?
I think so. It's my favorite out of the 4. It's really my favorite.
Oh, they're damn good. They're fat. They're super soft though. They're like
they are, but
T3 5 up invul, but they hit like trucks and they move like demons.
If you hit me first, or if you hit first with them, not too much to worry about.
You pretty much get to pick and choose your targets. Well, a good pick is like usually like if you want to like a little bit more of a competitive edge with a Slaanesh list, you bring Bellicor as well, so you can't get shot in the first couple turns of the game.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what I would recommend. But if you want to go pure Slaanesh, that's damn good too. 3 keep, you could easily fit 3 Keepers of Secrets in any list.
Yeah,
even 1,000 points you could fit 3 Keepers in. They're cheap. They're cheap enough. Oh, that's not true. They're like 330, I think. So at least 1,500. But you could fit a lot of Keepers in a list. It could be really nasty to deal with. I'm glad you enjoyed the game. I'm glad it turned out so damn close overall. I would play it again in a heartbeat. I was very pleased with this list. This is a list of I don't really care about Slaanesh too much, but them working with Tzeentch was kind of nice. We had like the anvils and the pink horrors, and then all the other things. But they're deceptively durable too. Always -1 to hit, lots of wounds, lots of healing with that one melee weapon.
I shouldn't have even tried to touch her. That was my hubris on my overlord of trying to fight the greater demon. Quite literally the hubris.
It's unfortunate.
And I lost the warlord.
I didn't. Well, see, I got lucky with it. Actually, this I got really lucky with saves early on. I kept cranking 4s against the Locust Heavy Destroyer.
Yeah.
And then even when the Nightbringer came in, I just kept making. I made 3 pretty important and vulnerable saves. I kept it alive.
I needed to catch him 1 turn earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Would have been very advantageous for you. But overall, like, pretty damn good game. I had a lot of fun playing the demons.
So much fun.
I had a lot of fun with the Psychomancer interaction. I kept laughing every time I seen him. I'm like, huh. That's you wouldn't normally see a Psychomancer too much, but they can be clutch. Don't disregard the Psychomancer. Don't listen to online when they say this thing's it's not worthless. It's damn big sometimes. It's just not against demons.
No. Not when they got the veil up and everything.
Yeah.
But it's cool enough model. I'll bring it for 55 points.
I think so too. I think it's well worth it.
Cool factor.
You could win a game with that guy very easily under certain circumstances.
See a lot of scenarios.
Yep. It's just like you need to take that objective from someone, battle shock him, walk on the objective. It's mine now.
Yep.
That's so easy to pull off. But that's it for this one, folks. Quick little post game. I got to run, but thank you for tuning in. Leave some feedback down below in the comments. What you want to see, what your favorite part of the battle report was. If I missed anything, if we missed anything, let us know. That's how we learn, right?
Oh yeah.
I always read the comments. I respond where I can. I've been trying to be more active in the comments as of late. So if you see me in there, don't be afraid to reply. Say hello. It's all welcome. You know, I'm always
be in
willing.
there watching this back.
Fair. Studying a little bit more.
Yep.
Movement. Overall, like I don't see too much. Like, you did what you could with what you had, right? I like personally to run a lot more scarabs because they're fast. And
I think I'm gonna start because of the OC0, but put an extra Cryptex.
Yes.
And I bring enough Cryptex. I think I'm gonna try bringing some more scarabs.
And they're good screens too to like eat the first wave of charges. They're cheap. You don't care about losing them.
No.
Right?
40 points.
Yeah,
for 3.
It's a damn steal. Absolutely a damn steal. So be tuned for more 40K to come, everyone. And I'll see you then. Happy wargaming, and thank you again for coming out, Griffin.
Have a good one.